Hello and welcome to my sewing channel. I am Gloria, aka Laboom Like, and we're gonna get into the second episode of my self-imposed $50 sewing challenge. If you haven't seen episode one, it'll be helpful to go watch that. You don't have to, but go ahead and watch that. This is going to be a continuation in seeing how I've done in about the past month or so. Okay, let's check it out. Let's get into it. So, first things first, this is what I'm wearing right now. The top is a Vogue pattern. I'll pop the pattern number up here. And the bottom is the pants view from a Butterick like Lifestyles wardrobe pattern with some heavy modifications. I'm gonna try to make these pants again in a more appropriate size or just try a totally different pattern. But pretty versatile, cute little top. Fabric is from New Rainbow Fabrics in Chicago. And the fabric for my pants is a stretch pinwheel corduroy from Joann, I believe, from a long time ago. So that's that. I'm going to be looking down here to get the information that I've been keeping on a spreadsheet for this challenge. So let's see what I've got. So today, date of filming is February 23rd. I think that the information that I gave you last time was up until about the middle of January. And I have a little more that's happened than I thought would have. So, first things first, patterns that I have sold so far since the middle of January. I have sold this robe pattern right here. And I believe that that was $19. And I sold this wrap dress pattern for $14, I want to say, to someone really lovely. She responded, I think she saw my Instagram post about the patterns that I had up in my shop. Because whenever I put some new patterns up, I'll just pop it into my Instagram and say, here are the 5, 6, 7 new patterns that I have up on the shop. And she saw something and she wanted it, and I think she got it like right away. Like I had posted it, and before that post was an hour old, she had already gotten the wrap dress. So I'm really glad that she got that for her and for me. I think it's really, really awesome to not go back and forth too much and just get the thing that you want. So that was really cool. And then more recently, on the 20th, I just sold this Marlo Thomas metallic pattern that is on its way out to my buyer right now. So that's like, I know I've had this Etsy for a while, but I'm not used to selling more than like 1 or 2 items a month. And it's not like these videos are getting tens of thousands of views right now. Maybe in the future, we'll see once these patterns on my site are a moot point. But it's just really awesome to see that momentum, and it's working out for me because, like I said in the last episode, there are a couple of things that I need to buy. So that Marlo Thomas pattern was sold for $16.50. And then here are the associated costs with everything. So I have costs for shipping that I include in here. I always send things with trackable shipping because I've been burned. Even when you think things are going somewhere close by, you never know. Someone can claim they never got it and they just didn't. Or, USPS is bombarded with so much mail to handle and not enough people to work. So mail gets lost. So I like to put tracking on all of my packages. I have Etsy seller fees, those transaction fees, as well as the listing fees. And luckily, I have a decent stockpile of envelopes and clear plastic sheets and whatnot for my my patterns, so I don't have to worry about buying new ones of those every time, and I don't include the couple of cents that it would be from the total for that cost, because it's already a cost that I had incurred a while ago. So I also made a purchase yesterday. In the last episode, you'll know I said I got these Bobo rotary blades, and I thought they were going to be really, really great. They were $2 for a pack of two, and they really turned out to be trash. They're good for what they are for, which is carpet cutters, apparently, and maybe for cutting paper, but they are just not useful for cutting fabric when you care about the finish of your fabric, which I do. So yesterday, I popped myself onto that Joann app. I saw there was a 40% coupon. I have waited until cutting implements were no longer on sale so that I could use a coupon. Was hoping to get a 50%, but I want to sew this weekend, so I just got the coupon I could get. And I got this 5-pack of rotary cutter blades because this is worth it. I've got a decent cushion with what I have made in the past month, and the frustration of not being able to cut out what you want to cut out when you just want to get to sewing is not worth what that savings would have been. So yes, this 5-pack ends up costing 6 times as much as a 5-pack would have cost of the cheaper rotary cutters, but I can actually use these, so it's infinitely better. And these came out with tax to $23.20. So that takes me from a beginning balance as of January 9th of this amount over to an ending balance as of February 22nd, because I haven't bought anything today, of this amount. So I've made a healthy little jump up. I still have one item that I need to buy soon, and that is tracing paper. I've gotten some people in the comments with really, really helpful tips for budget sewing and frugal sewing, saying use newspaper, use wrapping paper, use freezer paper. I have used freezer paper in the past, and while I think it is a decent tip in a pinch, I don't actually think that it is cheaper than getting a small amount of tracing paper. It might be easier if you just don't have access to tracing paper. There's that. It's not easier to use. It's a little slippy and slidey. I have used like wrapping paper and newspaper in the past. I do think that is something that is a little bit cheaper. It is useful. It is not as good as tracing paper because you cannot see through the item. So naturally, it's a little harder to work with for tracing patterns. It's great for drafting patterns in a certain way. Both of those, I think, were really good tips. I do appreciate the people who got in the comments and mentioned those, especially for other folks who are watching the videos and looking for different ideas. I am not going to do that just because I don't want to be frustrated. And I have tried those frugal things in the past. And because of how well the pattern selling is going, this is going to be a splurge that I think I can make. So I'm excited to go for that. This isn't just to see how cheap can I do things. It's to see how can I spread this $50 and what quality can I get? Can I stay at a higher quality of items? Can I still make the purchases that I really want to make? And what's going to end up being more important when I do have to make sacrifices? I haven't bought any patterns lately, and I anticipate in the summer buying a couple of indie patterns. Looking for those sales on Makerist, but also supporting those pattern designers who are making really, really interesting things that I think are worth my dollars. I have a robust pattern collection that I realize I don't necessarily need to add a lot of basics to, but when I see patterns that have some unique details, are interesting design lines, are giving a particular fashion or design element that I want to hit, but I would have to make too many adjustments, or they're really, really good for my personal measurements, I'm going to look for that pattern and look to add it to my collection. So I know I have to set aside a little bit for that. And once I get through my 30-yard challenge, I know I'm going to be buying some fabric. I just know it. So I'm going to have to set aside a little bit of a nest egg for that too. But I'm at a good level right now. Right now, I don't know what I said last time. I said I think I'd make it to April. I think I will make it to summer at least. So let's see how I go. I'm gonna order some tracing paper soon. I like going to an art supply store, so I'll order from Blick, Blick Art Materials or Art Mart out here, and I'm either gonna get a 24-inch wide, which is how wide my table is, a 24-inch wide by 20-yard roll or a 50-yard roll. I have to see. Okay, anyways, that is episode 2. That is the update. I will come back to you guys later, maybe in another 2-3 weeks or so, and let you know how things are going. If you are also sewing frugally, let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you think is worth the splurge and worth saving on. Maybe that's what I'll talk about next time. But until then, thank you for watching my video and for coming to my channel. Peace.